In this lesson, we're going to be working on ratios. So if you take a look at example number 1, we're going to discuss the difference and the similarities between a fraction and a ratio. A fraction is always going to show us a part to a whole. In a ratio, sometimes it's a part to whole and sometimes it's a part to a part. A fraction never does a part to a part. Let's look at some examples. We can write a ratio of a car with 1 laps to car with 2 laps in 3 ways. So car 1, is laps and car 2 laps in 3 ways. We could say that we're comparing these two cars. So car 1 can do 1 lap and car 2 is much faster and can do 4 laps. So we can write it as the word to, T-O, with a colon, the 2 dots, or what looks like a fraction is just a comparison. So let's see if we can practice writing a ratio. If there are 12 girls in a class of 26 students, what is the ratio of girls to the total students in the class? We could write it as 12 to 26. We could write it as 12 to 26 with our colon, or we can write it in what looks like a fraction comparison. In the second example, we still use 12 girls to 26 students, but it wants the ratio of girls to boys. So we're going to subtract 12 from 26 to figure out that there are 14 boys in the class. And so it wants us to write the comparison of girls to boys. There are 12 girls to 14 boys. 12 girls to 14 boys, or we can write it as 12 to 14 in a vertical way. So let's make a comparison with the ratios for the sets of cards. How many cards with hearts to how many cards with diamonds? So it looks like we have 2 cards with hearts and there's 1 card with diamonds. Now we want to do diamonds to clubs. There's 1 card that has diamonds and there's 2 cards that have clubs. Now we want to do hearts to clubs. We have 2 cards that have hearts and we have 2 cards that have clubs. Now we want to do hearts to all the cards. There are 2 cards with hearts and there's 5 total cards. Now we want to do spades to all the cards. There are no spades shown, but there are 5 cards total. In our next example, that looks like it's it. So we will work some more on the assignment.